Hello everyone. In the last video we saw how to implement the basic logic for the Snake game, and now we are going to create a game overlay that will be displayed when we lose. So now let's use this game over, or maybe create a game over method here, and this game over is going to start. It's going to set the game over to true, and this is going to prevent the movement in the timer. And it's not going to restart right away, but it's going to support any kind of, if we are in game over and press any kind of keys, we will want to restart. And to set the game over to false. So now we have this game over. Okay, I press a key, game over to false, and restart. And restart. I changed the speed or something. Because I was pressing the start key. I'm going to use the enter instead. So yeah, now let's display a game over animation or something. Let's use, for example, an animator. And let's create a text with game over size 64 in center and state text. Game over. Let's move the snake to the up, starting to the up, so it will finish quickly. And then we're going to do several things. We're going to, this is going to start with alpha 0, and in the animator we are going to show text. We are going to move by text by 52, and we are going to do this in parallel. Over. And we also want to display a background, black background that is going to be of a 0 also, but it's going to end with alpha 0.5. Okay, and then when restarting we are going to close this. We are going to maybe create an overlay container and use this. We are going to create the overlay, for example, here for the time map. The text overlay, text overlay. So the restart is going to remove all the children from here, and we are going to place the background and the text here in that overlay. Okay, so this is doing the game over. behavior. Now we are going to implement the scores. So we are going to create a class that is going to be game score. And here we have the score as an integer, and then we are going to create a score here. A score here that is going to be observable. This is the initial and the after, and this is going to be delegate. It cannot be a local variable. The score is going to change something. Let's also store score overlay. It's a container, and maybe we can create a bar container, and here when we change the score we are going to have a text or something. Maybe this could be score overlay could be maybe a text instead. Score overlay score. Now we have the score, and now we can, for example, if we change the score, we can update the text here. Overlay text. So, for example, now let's change the score whenever we are eating a snake, eating an apple. Let's implement the score. Score, this should be a data class. Copy score. So now we have the score there. And now we can also implement high scores. So in order to do high scores, let's store high score here, and let's implement with increment here game score, and this is going to create a new game score. Score plus delta or increment, and this means score is going to be a new score, but the high score should be the maximum of the high score and the new score. And now instead of using the copy, I'm going to use this method, score with. It's not here. With increment plus 1. So now, when eating an apple, we are not displaying the high score. High score. Maybe we could have a method here. That score. And here we are also doing the score with the initial score. So the text is empty and the code is all here. So score and high score, score, high score. Now this should be incremented. And now when restarting the game, we should we also should create a new score, keeping, well, we can use the score, but the score should be set to 0 initially. Now I have this. When restarting, I start with 0 increments, but the high score is keep as it is, and then increments. Then one thing that would be nice would be to display animation whenever we beat the high score. So let's do that. To do that, we have the game over, and then we would have another animation that is high score beaten. High score beaten, and we could do the same but without the background, for example. And in the end, after doing this in parallel, we are going to do the opposite, and then we are going to remove text from the parent, something like this. And then whenever we hit enable, let's display that, but without setting the game over to true, of course. I would like also to maybe to change scale or animator, for example, text size to 64, so it starts smaller. The same here. And it should be centered. So, alignment. Something like this, yeah, looks fine. So what else? I don't want the high score to appear every time, but only the first time it's beaten on the game. For example, let's have a local variable that it's going to be high score beaten displayed, and it's going to be reset for every game. And then if it's already displayed, we are not going to display it, and we are going to set it. So now this will happen only once per game, and it should happen only when the score is actually beaten. So it should happen when the new equal the score. No, when the high score and the score is equal or greater than the high score. It will be equal, in fact. So it should be enough. As expected. Now nothing is displayed. Now it should also increment the old high score. So better to have the old score and then use the old. If the new score, high score, is greater than the old score, high score, then it's when we have beaten it. Okay, so this is the expected. So yeah, I think that's it. I'm going to do another video showing how to split that logic of the overlay. The overlay has already some logic, and this scene is growing a lot. So we are going to see how to split that scene and how to split the responsibilities. So that's it, and see you in the next video. I will explain it there. See you.